Hey
Yeah.
everybody, how's it going? John here. What if I could scroll soft portrait design and woodworks? How's everybody doing tonight? What are y'all up to? Did you know that I'm doing woodwork tonight? And not crochet, but I'm working on crochet stuff related, but it's still woodwork. um, hey everybody in the chat. Mary, Larry, Tracy, Mary and Larry, Mary, Larry, Tracy, Connie, and um, I got a huge panel. I don't know why everybody's in the panel tonight. Look, we got JoJo. Say
Hey
hey, Joe.
everyone.
We got Annie.
Hey, everybody.
We got
We have an
Connie.
echo.
Hey, everyone.
Beth's joining us.
Hey, everyone.
Look at that. We've got Granny D with us. What's up with that?
Peace. I've been just chatting. Y'all didn't tell me I hadn't started yet.
What?
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, hey Kevin, how's it going? And
Tracy and
if you're
Mary's.
interested, if woodworking is getting too boring for you and you're interested, Jessica's going live in about half an hour in her kitchen doing some bacon and stuff. I think she has two what'd she say? She had two, what are they called, those birth things with the baby birth things? What's that? Baby
shower.
announcement things. Baby shower. Yeah, she got two baby showers to get ready for. Baby shower. What do they call it, a shower?
Who knows?
Because they shower the mother with gifts.
That's it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The weather got so nice, we all came out to play.
Yes.
The weather's
Yeah, it was so hot.
here.
I wasn't even. I was working without my hoodie on. I was working with both my hoodies on without my freaking neck warmer on. I was working sleeves up today. That's how freaking warm it got.
It got up to 81 here in North Carolina today.
Yeah,
Hi,
it
Larry.
did.
It was 85
Now
here
they
today
see.
and it's supposed to be 20 tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Let's
Larry.
see if is Nightbot. Let's see if Nightbot's doing weather tonight. See if they got it fixed.
I think it's supposed to be maybe in the 60s here tomorrow. That's a bummer.
Nope, still
Weather's
not working.
Still not doing Nightbot. Oh man.
Bill's Nightbot was messing up in her live today.
Hey, I never learned how to get Nightbot to work.
And that's why I call it Nightbot.
So it's +4 right now, so it's pretty decent actually. I'll do the conversion
62
for you.
here.
So what's
Yes,
everybody
it's,
working on tonight?
Temps to
30,
plummet.
it's 39 right now.
I'm working on a hat.
Hat. You can't
Awesome.
crochet. This is Wednesday.
Really? Here you go,
woodwork
John.
tonight.
Here's a little woodwork for you.
As I'm
You said
putting
you're
my
doing
yarn
some
over here.
wood that has to do with woodwork that has to do with
Crocheting.
crocheting or knitting, maybe.
Granny D is going to love what I'm working on.
Crocheting and knitting.
I'm making a squirrel of all things. It wasn't on purpose.
That's what related
Here.
squirrels live in trees.
Squirrel.
Yeah, you know why squirrels in my title?
It's a cool tail.
Brain squirrels.
Look at his cool
Hi,
tail.
Pebbles.
Hey, Pebbles.
Hey, Pebbles. How's it going?
Hey, Pebbles.
68 in Louisiana.
Hey, everybody.
That's not how you say it, John. It's Louisiana. Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Oh, okay, whatever.
How do you pronounce it?
Louisiana.
Is that where you are, John?
Elf.
John's in Canada.
No, he's in Canada.
Way up.
Canada. That's where we need to go.
I pronounce it
Hey,
Louisiana.
I'm getting my passport. I'm thinking serious. Nah, shoot. I don't have money to go anywhere, but I wish I did.
Louisiana.
I wouldn't get political, but I'll just say I'd love to go somewhere out of the country for 4 years. And that's all I'll say about that. Oh yeah, Tracy. Yeah.
Okay, Forrest.
Right. That's all I'll say about that. Run, Forrest.
You know, I don't even have anything prepped for tonight. I know I gotta sand. I gotta sand all this stuff.
Oh, John.
Had passport in a long time.
So
I was
everybody in
asking
the
my
chat, what are
daughters.
you making?
Who?
Everyone in the chat?
Everyone's
Yeah.
mad.
No one said anything. There's 10 people there.
Tracy, let's go, girl. I was asking my daughter how much is it to get a passport now, because last time I had one was done was like in 98. I think they were like 20, 25 bucks in, and she said about 150 or so. But hey,
Wow.
it'd be worth it.
Tracy is working on a star blanket.
That's nice. I've never done one of those. Have y'all?
No.
I have not.
I've made one.
Yeah.
I like basic stuff.
They
made a-
pretty.
I made a star quilt.
I mainly do. I've been doing a hat just since January because of another channel. She does a hat a month and a dishcloth or washcloth a month, and you put them in her, Facebook group. And
So
I've been making. I love making these felted project bags. I took this huge. It looks crazy, but you have to make them really big because when they felt, they shrink up. So after you make it, I'll show you one. Sorry, I'm talking so much. I live by myself. I don't get out much. But this is what looks. It's kind of crazy shape, but it's got stuff in it.
it's quite the ball bag you got there.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite the ball bag you got there. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Ball.
How's that?
Yarn balls.
They all
Pebble
look different.
Pebble says, I'm seeing, creating, and birthing somebody.
Cool.
Oh, birthing is somebody. Some bunny.
So you guys were just talking about price of passports. So apparently you can get a temporary passport in Canada for $110, a 5-year passport for $120, or a 10-year passport for $160. Why would you not just get a 10-year passport?
I love my friends from Canada, but doggone, it costs too much. I got to go somewhere where the dollar's like still worth something. My daughter's been to Thailand a couple times. It's, cheap to go there. Africa, I know I've got a couple friends in Africa, and they say, you come over here, you think that Africa's for sale. Your money would go so far.
Yeah, I know people that came from Ivory Coast, and they said that they were up here working and sending money back, and like $100 here is like 100,000 whatever rupees are down there.
It's amazing. Yeah, they have what are they called? ZARs or Rand.
Even in the Philippines, we know a guy that had a mail order bride from the Philippines, brought her up here, and then he's like, oh well, she wanted to go back and visit her family, so he went back there, and he ended up selling his house, selling his car, selling all this stuff, a mansion, like a 12-bedroom mansion, moving her whole entire family in, and bought like 5 cars and everything else, and he still had 300 grand left over. Like everything was so cheap down there.
Yep. So see, that's where I'd need to go. All I have right now is my little pension from teaching and SS, and if they take that away, I'm shit.
Yeah, so
It's gonna be tough. But I hope it won't come to that. I pray. It won't.
Hey, Dave, how's it going? What have you been up to?
Hey, Dave.
I'm getting ready to sand some stuff and then start on a big ass boat.
Hey, Dave.
Not tonight
Hey,
though, but I'll
Dave.
start on a big
Now,
ass
who is
boat right away.
Dave? Is that the portal?
Dave from Portal
Yes.
Woodworks, yeah. Mr.
Okay.
David Jones.
What in the blue blazing Sam hell is
That's
Hey.
his tagline.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
We know
Hey, Dave.
we know Dave's in the house when we see that in the chat.
Yeah, Dave, just to let you know, my husband is selling that motorcycle. Just to let you know.
He doesn't need another one.
But he likes them. He doesn't
Yeah, I
have
know.
to buy it,
I
though.
let him like we do yours.
He was just asking questions, so I just wanted to let him know.
Oh, Dave, you can give it to your brother. You let your brother
And
drive
he's
it around.
not going to ask a lot for it either. He bought it for almost $4,000 6-7 years ago, but he hasn't hardly ridden it in. He has not ridden it in like 3.5 years.
Wow.
Oh wow! He says I'm packing everything up. I sold my shop and storage buildings. Where are you going?
What are
Wow.
the kids going to do with their inheritance now? You move it up north.
He sold it all.
You're going to buy a big boat, aren't you? You sold everything. What? I hope you got what it's worth. What are your plans for the future then? What are you going to do?
Hi, Liz.
What are you going to do, Dave?
Hello.
Liz, how's it going?
Tracy, I know it's horrible. I think there'll be an uprising if they try to do that.
He's moving to his other place about 30 miles down the road.
Oh, cool.
How many storage buildings are on that property?
He
Anything
shed
like that,
food.
not enough.
Oh, Dawn's live in half an hour. For
So what you
West Coast
making,
Wednesday.
John?
What am I making? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm making a mess. I got all kinds of stuff on the go.
Other than that.
So I gotta sand a bunch of stuff right now. So what I'm gonna be sanding right now is
You do yarn
well,
bowls or what you do?
no, I don't do yarn bowls.
Yeah.
You need a lathe for that.
Fetch.
3 2-bedroom houses and barns is what's on that property.
Dang.
Wow.
Well, you'll fill that in right away. Okay, so I gotta sand Janice's sign for winning on her bingo.
Oh,
This is
John,
Janice.
did you
That's
see?
Let me make
cool.
myself big.
John, did you see what Pebbles wrote? She said, John, Jeanette wanted you to know she had her test today. She's resting.
Okay, yeah. Well,
That
we
is
knew she was going
nice.
in for testing, so that's good. That's good to hear.
Yes.
I know Janice
So there's
Earthford.
Janice's sign. That's I gotta stand. You know Janice? Yeah, we all know Janice
Yeah, I
too.
do. I play Words with Friends with her.
So
Oh, do you?
yeah, so
Yeah,
so
I like it.
she won. So this was December. January. This was February's bingo. So
Uh-huh.
I'm doing this for her for being the winner on that one.
Oh, thanks.
No, sorry, that was January's bingo.
That's a
February's
nice
bingo
ball.
was Mary Crafty Corner.
I know her too. I think she goes to my channel as
So I'm
well.
doing that for her.
She's in the chat.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah, she's in the chat.
Uh-huh.
This one is for Lydia.
Yeah. Lydia's
winning
my
December,
adopted
which I gotta
granddaughter.
finish. And this one's for Liz.
Yeah. All right.
Who's in the chat?
Yes, she is.
So I got to finish sanding these up, and then I got to get them prepped and ready to go. I'm working
Nice.
on this one for Angel.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I have no tattoos. I
And
said if
then-
I ever had a tattoo, it'd be a ball of like rainbow yarn or something with a crochet hook
gotta
and
sand
needles
this
in
one
it because
down.
I do both. Nice. Love it.
And sand and stain this one.
Cute. I collect yarn.
And sanding,
That's what I do.
sanding it this one ready to go. And then I got to do some more work on Jessica's
Yeah,
hook
that's
holder.
cute too. Yeah. Yep, I'm a
Jessica's
yarn
custom hook
collector
holder.
that knits and crochets a little bit, but mainly I collect yarn.
I am on the, let's see, 28th. I'm on the 28th hat.
Wow. He's showing another one, Granny D.
Well,
I see that. Yeah.
oh, this is Jessica's custom hook holder.
Wow.
Hey,
And,
Herb.
Hey,
I
Herb.
think I had talked to y'all know Yarn Doll and
Yeah.
yes.
Jerry. I think Jerry was doing some 3D printed hook holders. I was going to talk
Yeah,
to them.
he was
I
doing
need
hook holders and yarn
this
bowls.
one because my whole desk, and my desk is really, you know, one of those sofa tables that you put behind the sofa. That's what my desk really is. So it's huge, but every inch of it is filled with. Oh yeah, there
You
you
see how much
go.
of a slacker I am? I was supposed to do this for her birthday last year, and that's when I started
Oh,
it, and I still haven't sent it to her for her birthday this year.
there you
So I'm
go.
slacking.
My birthday's Friday. I'm gonna be 66, y'all. Getting old sucks.
Oh, it does.
Mine's on
Oh,
Monday. You want to join me on Monday for my birthday party? My
yeah,
birthday live. We're doing giveaways.
yeah,
We're doing giveaways.
sure. Sure.
Happy
Tracy,
early
I'll just
birthday.
I'm
Cute.
gonna
What
come
sign do you want,
birthday.
Tracy?
for this
You can't
year.
have one of these.
Oh, Tracy,
You
he
can't have
won't
one. You
make
can't have one
them
of these ones.
for anybody. You have to win the bingo to
Yeah,
get a
these
sign.
These ones you got to win. But if you want to buy one, you can send me a message and let me know what you want. I can make you one. But
Yeah.
that's like it won't be like these ones though.
I used to do commission work a little bit, but now I just do basic stuff, and I'm just happy as an old clam, you know. Just do simple and basic. I'm all about the Zen.
Hey,
Just-
Jan, do you want to see how that hat, the white, brown, and blue, turned out?
What Annie does.
Well, Annie
I'm
already
sure I
saw
do.
it.
Yeah.
Annie already saw it.
Oh well, fine. Yes, I want to see it.
Take
Did I
me away.
see it
Oh, there
already?
you
Yeah, I
go.
did.
Yeah.
Saw that.
Turned out really nice, didn't it? It's a man's
Yeah.
hat because it's big. It fits my husband's head.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool beans.
And now I'm doing another one of this yarn. I had enough. I think I have enough to finish it. I still have all of this.
That's pretty
I'm
yarn.
on. Yeah, I'm not adding anymore now. I'm just making it bigger.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Several hats that I've started, but I just put
Thank you,
this one
Liz.
up.
Hello, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg. I've already said hi to him, though.
No
Maybe
yelling
not.
bingo.
Good, Justin. Who's all sawing with you tonight, John?
Where are you driving? Where are you driving?
Quick run to the store. We need flour.
Flour. So you started
Yes.
baking without flour, and your live starts in 9 minutes.
Yes. Well, one of the things, yeah, I had the right kind of, I had cake flour, but now I need all-purpose flour for the chocolate cake, and I was not aware that I did not have it. So we are en route to go pick it up really fast. But I want to come in and say hi to you guys. Hello. How is everybody?
Hi.
Granny D, JoJo,
Right.
Yeah.
ah, Connie,
Thought
and
I'd come
Hello.
by a little bit.
Eva.
Who are you?
Hi, hello, sweetheart.
Doing
Oh
well.
my gosh, man,
Hey,
John, so much beauty on the panel.
didn't you have was it you that had tornado damage?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
But the house is still standing.
All right.
Yeah, roof and
Did
the
y'all get
ceiling.
out? Had y'all evacuated or you have a
We went
basement?
downstairs to the basement. Yeah, we
Ooh,
made it
that's
okay. It just kind of
scary.
we were on the outskirts of it, so it just kind of brushed us.
Wow,
So
but still.
we were lucky. Yeah, a little too close for comfort, but
You know, North
considering.
Carolina don't have too much of that. But you know, the wildest thing that happened to us was Hugo way back. What was that? 89. A hurricane came that far
What?
inland. Yeah,
That's unheard of.
found a bunch of tornadoes around here. So it took out a lot of trees and you know, trees on houses. It took power out for like months for people, but not for
There's
us. It's so weird. We had people here and people here without power for the longest, but in the middle of those in the same road, we were fine. I mean, we lost it for like half a day.
oh
So
wow, it's kind of like in
right,
the eye of the hurricane. Didn't really
yeah,
get damaged. It's everything out of it, the
no,
outskirts of it.
yeah.
There's
My
still some
husband,
parts around here that don't have power yet.
yeah, that's the worst. I mean, well, you know, damage to your house too, but then being without power, losing all your food, and what a mess.
It just gets, it's just aggravating on top of aggravation on top of aggravation.
Yep, trying to get with insurance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's, well, and then it's a wait in line because right now, I mean, everybody needs the same thing: roof, siding, windows, drywall.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, so the insurance companies are all backed up and it's going to be a mess for a while.
yeah.
But, you know, it could have been a lot worse than the house
Yeah,
is still there.
who I heard it from, but maybe Zach or somebody. Somebody was telling me that you had some damage.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for asking. But yeah, I mean, we lucked out. We definitely really lucked out.
That's
Considering
good.
what it's just, you
And
know,
I
one
pray and
block
pray,
made a huge difference.
because I'm in a
And there
mobile
was no
home.
lawful life.
Yeah,
Yeah, it swooped up some mobile homes real fast.
You
yeah,
really
I'm in
did
a
luck
mobile
out
home.
because
But it's
one
my
hurricane.
we live on my brother's and our land that we inherited from our parents. It's just a little more than an acre. His house is just like a football field, not maybe not even that away from my house. And
Okay.
so if it got really bad, of course I'm on a walker. I could have gone out there. But, I just, you know, well, when Hugo hit, that was way back when, so I was physically fit and stuff, and Lindsay was little, and I said, I'm going to the house. Mom and Dad were still alive then, and my new husband at that time, rocked and rolled out here. He said, I should have gone to the house. I said, well, I told you you're crazy. But we didn't have any damage. What's that?
Wow, it's pretty windy there, Jeff.
It's very windy. I think we're looking at 55 mile an hour wind. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lights are flickering.
yeah, Illinois and Indiana are getting hit today.
But all right, my lovelies, I just want to pop in and say hello. And
Glad you
have
did.
a wonderful evening. And I shall see hopefully all you guys maybe later in the hangout or tomorrow in the live. Have a good night, beautiful souls.
Night.
Bye, darling.
Mm.
Oh, wow. That's sad. Just diagnosed in end of January. Wow.
Yeah, it can be
Terrible.
quick.
Well, that's pretty quick.
Well, my daughter's
Sometimes it's better that way when it's, when it's quick,
Right? Yeah.
my
You don't have to see them go through all that pain and all that.
my
I am
granddaughter.
sorry to hear that, Greg.
Yeah, my granddaughter's best friend. They found out she had leukemia a year ago last week. She was immediately on chemo. She did all the tests, went through it, everything. She was told she was in remission in October, and by November her liver was shutting down,
Oh, no.
and the chemo had destroyed her liver, and she passed away a couple of weeks ago. And she was
Yeah,
only
that's
16. She was 16.
terrible.
And
Yeah,
that chemo,
sometimes the cure is just
and that chemo will
wreaks
get you.
havoc on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
happened to Mom.
Well, when my dad, they found out he had lung cancer in April of, this was been many, many years ago, but in April they found out he took radiation, and by October, he never was in remission. In October that same year, it had got to his bloodstream, and he passed away January 2nd.
See, I smoke like a dummy. That's my last thing. I don't drug, I don't drink, but I smoke.
Yeah, I quit all that a long, long time ago. I haven't drank or smoked in 34 years.
That's wonderful. And I've gained so much weight now. I don't really know why. But I broke both my legs last year.
Oh,
Just from osteopenia. It's like osteoporosis, but sort of not quite as bad, I guess. But my left leg had already started, the bones had already started healing, but oh man, did it hurt when I was up on it. In the right leg.
Didn't you have to have surgery?
Both on my right leg I did. Yeah, I was in the hospital one day shy of 2 weeks, and then I had to rehab in a nursing home for 2 months, and then I lived with my daughter and her hubby that are in Florida. They came and built a ramp. They'd never done that before. They built it on my brother's house because the house we were raised in. It's old, and it's hardly has a and under the house it hardly has a crawl space. It's almost sitting on the ground. But so the ramp didn't have to be real long or anything. So
I think
I need one. I was trying to save up money to get one built on the mobile home, and shoot, every time I get a little saved up, something happens that I have to use it, and that home improvement area.
Greg, he
Greg,
is. Go ahead.
I'm rubbing my wood to make Mary happy.
Oh Lord.
I knew that's what he was asking for. This is John's Wood Show. I can get away with stuff like that.
Yep.
Well, it is after dark here.
Here too.
Yeah, we're
That's
almost in
what
the same spot.
some people say when I go on their panels. They're like, Granny. And I'm like, hey, it's Granny after dark.
Yeah.
That- that- that's like when we were talking to Christy a couple times, Yarn Barf. She's come in here, and she would say the most offhanded remark. I'm like, Christy, no, you
She is
don't
a
expect it.
nut.
You don't expect it from somebody, right?
Yeah, Meek
Yeah.
and Mild, little crocheting ladies, little crocheting grandmas. Of course, you know she used to be a truck driver,
Yep.
and she's a Joyzy girl.
Oh, that's it right there.
I'll be back.
Yep,
Okay.
she's a Joyzy girl, but she's living in North Carolina now.
Well, all of a sudden, people are in North Carolina. I thought I was alone.
I know, is North Carolina a nice place to live? Like, why is everybody moving there?
Oh yeah.
I thought the big thing was.
Hey, you're
I thought the big thing was.
especially
I thought the big thing was
central. You're
Florida, though.
close to the coast and to the mountains.
John, I came down here from Maine. That was a huge difference.
Maine's a nice place, though. I'd like to
Uh-huh.
retire in Maine.
I'd love to go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
9 months of winter? No thanks.
It's a 3-hour cat ride across the frickin' to get to Nova Scotia. No, not even 3 hours. I think it's an hour and a half on the cat ferry.
I have a friend. She has a channel too. Her name's Penny. Used to be Heidi's Hangout. That's her cat. She's got a different channel name now, but she's lived in Maine, I guess, all her life.
I didn't like it there. Too much winter for me.
Mm-hmm.
Too much winter.
I spent 10 years of hell in that snow.
She said it gets hot and humid there. I'm like, what?
No, I don't.
She said it does. I couldn't believe it, because it's so far up north. I'm like, huh?
I was just the other side of the river from St. Stephen, New Brunswick. It wasn't warm.
Yeah, she actually said hot, but weather's changing. It's just crazy nowadays. What was it, last summer or summer before? UK, their roads were melting and stuff. It was so hot, and a lot of them didn't have aircon because they didn't usually need it.
There was only like 1 month out of the year where it was warm enough for me to be in shorts.
Yeah, I like it here. If not for hurricanes, I'm a beach gal. I would love to live near the coast.
I have a friend that lives on the Outer Banks, and I can't tell you how many times she has come to my house to get away from the flooding. Yes.
My ex has a place we used to go all the time, Emerald Isle, which is probably one of the most southernmost points of the Outer Banks. He just has a mobile home on a lot there, just a few blocks from the beach.
it was kind of funny because this friend, she was in the Midwest. She was up in, where was it? I forget, Missouri.
Mhm.
And she was on the verge of being homeless, her and her daughter.
Mhm.
And I'm like, come down here, because I got the room. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. So,
Wow.
and she had been complaining because where she lived, the house was haunted. And then she comes here, only to find out I was telling the truth about my house being haunted too.
Ooh, I love supernatural haunted house kind of stuff.
I've always lived in haunted houses, always.
I don't know if I want to live in one, but I like
It's not
movies and
bad.
stuff like that.
There was only one bad thing here, and I got rid of that. So,
How'd you get rid of it?
blessing in holy water.
Did you do it, or a preacher or somebody did it?
I did it,
Uh-huh. I
and
know
now
some
I
people burn sage and that kind of stuff.
actually sage can anger the spirit. You got
Oh,
to be
really?
careful with that. Oh yeah.
Yikes!
I mean, if I use sage, I mix in sweetgrass and other stuff with it.
Mhm.
But I had a mirror that had an entity in it.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was never
That's
human.
wild.
And
So you
now
actually saw it?
I have pictures of it.
That's crazy.
I took pictures of it right before blessing and all that. Just
Yeah.
like I want proof of that because I keep talking about it.
Right, but it's interesting that you were able to capture it on film because probably a lot of times you can't.
No, a lot of times you can't. A lot of times things happen so quick you don't have time to get a picture.
Right. Y'all know
Anyhow,
Noni May, right?
who?
Noni
What?
May. Do y'all know
No,
Noni May?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. She has had a channel for a long time, and she's got some kind of, what do they call it, a spirit box or something, where you can
Yeah.
like hear. It's
Yeah.
like staticky, but stuff comes
Yeah.
through every once in a while. She goes out to cemeteries and walks around with that thing. I think with her husband or her son or
Yeah.
whatever.
I have a video on my channel like that in a cemetery.
I think that's cool.
And
Sorry,
my
is that
friend,
bothering y'all?
no.
My mantle
No.
clock.
It's
all
just a
good.
clock.
It's my
It'll
mantle
stop in a
clock.
minute.
And it's
It'll
like,
stop.
it's 10
See?
o'clock. I don't know how many times it chimed. It's off. I think I have a poltergeist in that clock.
Anyhow, you
Tried
may.
to fix it so many times.
Anyhow, this woman, I'm going to call her by name, Nicole. She was living here the better part of 2 years trying to get on her feet. And she finally got up the money to get her own house on the Outer Banks. And she was showing it to me online. I'm like, Nicole, you don't want that house. She's like, but I like where it's at. My ancestors are from that area. I'm like, Nicole, you don't want that house.
So you could just look
and she's
at it
like,
in
what?
the picture?
And she's like, why? I said, do you see the guy standing in the kitchen in that picture?
Oh my Lord.
And she looked at it again and she's like, yeah. She says, well, I can just get rid of him. She hasn't been able to get rid of him. He was
Really?
he was the previous owner. He
Is he
ended up having.
evil or just obnoxious?
He was not happy that someone else was in his home.
Oh,
And she's a psychic medium, but she wasn't catching on because she just wanted a place of her own so bad. She was
she
ignoring
by
all that.
herself? She lived by herself.
No, she's got her daughter with her, and
Mhm.
then her son moved in, and my
Mhm.
daughter lives with her.
Mhm.
And anyhow, this old guy, he wasn't happy, not one little bit. So
Well, he needs to
he had
pass
a,
on over to the other side.
he wouldn't. So she ended up having to make up a room just for him, his spot, and that made him happy.
Well, hey, that's cool. I guess.
Greg says your clock is off by 4 minutes, Granny D.
It was off by what?
Yeah,
4 minutes.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was fast. Was it fast?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like it's that far from here to there, but it's like yarn to waist deep. I got a bit of a mess. And that clock is I can use my stick for a lot of things, like my lights when they you turn my lights on. When the batteries go dead, I have to get my stick to change my lights. Here's my little flicker lights. If you can see them with this bright light on.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I like being in this little haunted house. Well, it's not little, but it's haunted, that's for sure.
You do like it?
Oh, yeah. Well, the house was built on the Battle of Bentonville was fought right where I am.
Like a Civil War battle? Or
Oh, yeah. It was
guess
one of the
so.
major ones. And I'm living on that land. And there's also an Indian burial ground. And there's a family buried here from long, long ago, too.
Mhm.
And then over the years, and there's a pet cemetery. We got everything.
That's funny. My across the street neighbor, they're all gone now. I mean, that girl's still living, but we were kind of hung out together. She's about 3 years older than me. But anyway, in back of their house, they had quite a bit of woods back there. And
Mhm.
we had a pet cemetery back there. Well, and we'd have elaborate, we'd make coffins. I don't remember who did. I think Anna's brother did the woodwork. And they look like the old timey shaped ones,
Yeah.
And my another girlfriend that hung out with us, she lined them with silk satin stuff. And yeah, Sherlock Holmes was one of the cats, and they were mice, pet mice and
Yeah.
dogs and stuff. That was before the movie, way before the movie came out. And for some reason, they had an old like a grocery cart, and that was our hearse. We had great little funerals for our animals.
I'm
Hearse.
I'm going to be heading out. I might make it back later.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Connie.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm gonna go too, so y'all can get a word in edgewise. Sorry.
Oh, I've enjoyed listening to your stories.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm just sitting
I love
here.
y'all. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Come
Good
see
night.
me. I'm live at 5 on Friday. It's gonna be my birthday, so my daughter's coming over. So if I'm not there, I'll be there Saturday and Sunday at 3 bells.
Yeah, but you got to be over here on Monday, remember?
Oh yeah, and I have Monday off now. I used to be Wednesday, Friday at 5, Saturday and Sunday at 3. I used to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I gave my Monday to somebody else. So, yay. So, Monday at what time? I guess he'll put it on the thing, the chat.
8 o'clock Central.
Okay, so 9 my time. I'm Eastern. Okay, good night, y'all. Good night, chat. Good night, John.
Night.
Night.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks, Randy,
Good night.
for being here.
That was a nice little surprise.
Yeah. I like Grant.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I usually don't say anything in her chat 'cause it's so busy, but
yeah, I just love.
Channel pretty often.
Yeah, I just lurk.
yeah, I mostly do too.
That's us, a bunch of lurkers.
I love listening to her though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she does have some really interesting stories.
Oh yeah.
Well, now it's quiet.
Well, tell us a story.
Damn it, eh?
I'm just starting another
Josh
watch
should have some
clock.
stories for us.
The only stories I really got is like haunted ones. So
Hey, those are cool. I like haunted stories.
Let me go over to my sand. I gotta go to my sand right back in a second.
Okay.
Get over to your channel more often, Beth. It's not showing up in my algorithms anymore. So I have to.
Oh.
YouTube, do better.
I really hate the first row and getting the watch clock started.
Yes, first row is always the hardest.
Well, I go in the little back bump too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not hardest as in the most difficult. It's just the hardest to get through.
Yeah, it's just yes.
Get established.
Yes, they get it going, get that done, so you can get going.
I have trouble with the magic ring.
I love the magic ring, but I do not make my magic ring the way other people make theirs. I found my own way that works the best for me, and that's the one I use.
Yeah, I stopped looking at videos, and what worked.
I get the general gist,
Yeah,
and I just go off and do my own thing.
it's like okay, it's twisted around the ring. Good, I can pull on it.
Yeah, and then be, you know, work it so you can pull that one string and tighten it up. Once you figure that out, you just
Right.
Yeah, I wrap the yarn around my finger 3 times.
see. All I do is make a circle with the yarn. Like you take the yarn and you fold it a little bit over, give it a twist. Then I run the short end or the tail up over the ring and start crocheting into it. And I don't do the whole thing. I can't do the whole finger wrapping X and go. Yeah, I can't do that. I just find it as confusing to do as I do to say.
I wrap the yarn around my few fingers 3 times, and take my hook, go into the first 2, and hook the other one, pull it through, chain 1, and then you have a ring. You put your 12 or whatever into the ring.
Okay, I just wrap it twice and do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I've always done it 3.
See, that's what I mean. Everybody finds their own way, what works best for them, and that's the good part because you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I first started, I used to get into this rut of, oh, I'm not doing this right because I'm not doing it the way other people are. And once I come to the realization, whatever way is right for me is the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
Once I got that, I just like took off with stuff. It's just like great.
Trying to do it the way they did it on the videos, my fingers wouldn't cooperate. So
Exactly. It's like my brain was telling my fingers what to do, and my fingers was going like, screw you, we'll do it this way.
right.
I don't like that.
And when it finally worked, it's like, good. Now I can do all these amigurumis I've been wanting to make.
Exactly.
Amigurumis.
Yeah. Why is that a surprise?
I don't know. It's like the word amigurumi. Amigurumi.
I think that's the first time I've actually said it out loud.
Okay.
I mean, to me, they've always been stuffed animals. Amigurumi was just a new word to me.
Well, it's like charcuterie, right?
Yeah, I'm not that fancy.
It's a meat and cheese board. That's all it is.
Well, I don't know why somebody came up with fancy words. A meat tray. Come on. It's a freaking meat tray. Or what,
meat and cheese.
Back in the day, we used to call it a relish tray. Meat, cheese, olives, pickles, relish tray. Charcuterie.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Friggin' hipsters, eh?
Oh, those words were around a lot longer than the hipsters have been around.
Oh, yeah. It's just that we're not sophisticated.
Oh, I am definitely not sophisticated. I can't even spell sophisticated.
Oh, that's funny. Sure you can.
Fancy. It's fancy.
I can't believe that when the line room will turn it up.
I used to hate the first day of school, and we'd have to write something about our summer, and I would forget how to spell and, the, all these really easy words.
Yeah. I'll be going like, and then I'm like, you idiot. My God, it's only 2 letters.
Right. It don't look right, though.
And I still will never forget our West Virginia history teacher, Mr. Cartmill. Loved that man. He was a great teacher. He really was. And you won't hear me say that about very many. But we had to put the states in their capital. Well, you had to put states in alphabetical order and then their capitals and the year they became a state. And he failed me because I missed one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the state I lived in.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now.
He just like put a big F on it, and I looked and I was like, I got him all right. And he said, look it over. I looked it over for over 20 minutes before I realized what I had done. In my head, I was like, oh, I'm pissed. I missed one question and failed the whole test. There's no way. And then I was just like, oh. But I would, my niece was a baby then, and she was a hard teether. And my sister was a single mother, so she lived with us. And I took care of my niece. And I literally would fall asleep in his class, and he had a yardstick that he was deadly with.
Oh, no.
Teachers,
Easy.
you know,
Oh God.
and he would come down across your desk with that yardstick, sound like a gunshot. And I'd sit right up because now he said, "Would you tell me what I just said?" And I pretty much word for word repeated everything he said. And he goes, "You weren't asleep?" And I said, No, I wasn't asleep. I was just resting my eyes. It was a sad day. I think I was, well, no, it had to be like 15 years ago he passed away because we all went to his funeral. He was a great teacher and he was so funny. He's just this little old bald man. But I am telling you, he commanded respect. You didn't show him respect in his classroom, you weren't going to be in there very long.
My fifth grade teacher was like that. Everyone loved him.
Oh, he wouldn't throw you out of class, but he'd make you quit. He'd make you quit. And I asked him once because he made my little brother quit. I was like, "Why did you make him quit?" And he said, "If he quits, he doesn't deserve to be here anyway." He said he obviously my little brother was a pain in the ass. I felt sorry for his teachers. I really did.
Nope.
He spent more time in the hallway in a chair than he did in class. And
That sounds like my little sister.
Giving him exactly what he wants. I was like, make him stay in class. I said, that's way more of a punishment for him. He wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah.
But, in a nutshell, my little brother was a dick. He was like that to everybody, not just the teachers.
Yeah, my sister was sneaky with being a little bee.
Yeah. I mean, he would just deliberately do stuff that he knew was going to get him in trouble so they would kick him out of class. Because then he wouldn't have to do anything.
My sister just wouldn't go.
Well, no, because our English teacher had a thing for attracting young boys. I'm just saying this because she would wear shirts almost to her belly button, flop her boobs up on her desk, and she always put all the boys in the front row.
Yeah, I had a teacher like that too.
So I hate
it.
One that took the in-school suspension.
I hate.
What?
I hated teachers like that.
No, you didn't.
Hey, Izzy.
We had one teacher like that. She was fresh out of university. It was her first class teaching. She was 24 years old, and she must have had a 36 double D. And she liked to flaunt it. And I'm like, you're here to teach. Just freaking teach.
I think we all had that same teacher.
And I'm 18. I'm 18 years old, and I wanted her to teach. I wanted to learn something. I didn't want her flashing her titties off. I'm like, I'm in school. I wanted to learn something.
No.
Well, with the one at my school, the steps going from floor to floor were the metal.
Where the riser was
just pieces of metal put together so you could see through it from underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was open on the bottom too. You're just stepping on pieces of metal. Well, the boys went and stood underneath the steps when she went up and down them. And so we all found out she didn't wear underwear either.
Yeah, this one wouldn't have, but I don't think any of the boys would have been interested.
But she didn't have to bend over to show anything either. It was disgusting. And yeah, the girls complained because then the boys thought they could treat. No, the boys thought they could treat us the way they did her. The wolf whistles and the comments, and you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because she ate it up. She just ate that right up. And she was right out of college too. And we didn't like how the boys were treating us. That, and we couldn't wear what she was wearing to school. We would have been sent home to change.
I went to school, they couldn't do that. It wasn't really feasible because we all lived so far away from the school that if I don't think they ever sent anybody home.
Yeah, I grew up in a city, so.
A 5-minute drive to the school. And all of us lived in the same community, but we all went to that one school. Yeah, now I never liked her. I just didn't learn that much from her. Now, my junior, senior English teacher, Mrs. Kerr, I learned a lot from her. She's the one that told me, she said, someday you're going to want to leave West Virginia and you're not going to want to have that twangy country accent. You need to get rid of it.
Wow.
I still have my twangy country accent, but I did learn to speak without it. In a professional setting, I can say. And she's right. A lot of people will look down on us if we use what like we normally talk to each other, and you go into the workplace looking for a job, they will look down on you because of your accent.
No, that's not right.
It's not right, but they do it. Toyota, believe it or not, when Toyota opened here, they turned away about 500 applicants. You know why?
Oh no.
They couldn't understand them.
People who live there could
understand them. And it was because of the way they talk. It's not like it's just the way that a lot of the people around here pronounce words that are completely wrong, and it really annoys me. But I've had to learn over the years to just shut up because it's not going to change anything.
Well, you know what, Greg? I had to walk 2 miles to school, uphill both ways, in more than 3 feet of snow.
With a hole in your shoe.
I rode the bus.
And one sock.
But remember, you got to think about this. Nowadays, everybody, you all talk about, they call in school and everything. When I was in school, they didn't call school off because you got 3 inches of snow.
No.
They didn't call off school if you got 2 feet of snow. Your ass was on in that classroom. They don't.
I remember I walked to school in literal blizzards. We'd be having nor'easters, and we still had school. As long as the buses could get to the school, we had school.
Yep. We would just go to school and have snowball fights, unless they lost power. If they lost power,
it gets me.
You can go to school.
And the reason right, because if they didn't have lights or heat,
that'd be about the only time. No, well, in the summertime we didn't have air conditioning in our school. We had fans in the windows, literally. And right about 6 months before I graduated high school, because where I went to school, the grade school, the junior high, and the high school was all in one building. That's how big the school was. It wasn't very big. Well, there were 36 people in my graduating class.
Damn.
I did not go to a big school, but it was just like, I'm sitting here, when my kids were going to school, I'm like, they canceled school. And I'm like, why? Why? I'm looking outside. I'm like, why did they cancel school? Of course, they liked it.
When I came down here, I got up one day. My daughter's home. I'm like, why aren't you in school? It snowed. I looked out the window. I'm like, where? Yeah, where?
It snowed.
Did it snow in Canada? And it affected you here? There was nothing on the ground.
How soft they've allowed our kids to get. It didn't kill us.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have major bus wrecks or
I
anything.
even got lost.
Drive.
Yeah, I even got lost on the way to school because we'd be having a blizzard. Couldn't see where you were walking. I still got there.
Oh, I can remember us getting out, the older students. We get out and help the bus driver put chains on the bus. That way he got done faster and we could keep moving.
No, we didn't do that. And the reason I know it was 2 miles is because if I had lived on the other side of the street, I would have been bused at school. I lived within that 2 miles. And I watched the boy across the street, standing on the corner, waiting for the bus, and I'd be to school before him. He'd be standing there in the snow and the pouring rain. He was soaked. I wasn't.
Yeah, things have changed a lot. I think the longest that I went without
my daughter was
winter weather was the ridge we lived out. Literally became so rutted out one winter. My dad buried his Ford pickup in one of the potholes. He was a truck driver and he'd been out of town for a week. Yeah, it's where the water had washed down, off the hill onto the road and it just He literally went into it, had to walk 3 miles to the house to get my brothers to help him go winch the truck up out of the pothole. And they wouldn't bring the school bus out there. Said that we had to walk to the end of the road, which was about 4.5 miles. And my dad was like, no, that's not why I pay my taxes. He said, come and fix the road and come and pick my kids up.
The only time they called out school for us is that the buses couldn't make it to the school because the school was up a hill. I was not joking when I said I walked uphill both ways because I lived in a valley and the school was on a hill on the other side of the valley that I lived on. So I did walk uphill both ways.
I always tease my husband because I was raised on a ridge and he was raised in a holler. And believe it or not, we grew up probably maybe 30 minutes away from each other. Culture's completely different. All within the same state.
Well, it's like when I lived on military base. I lived on military base, right? And it was probably a half-hour bike ride across the base from the south side to the north side. And they were a different, we all went to school together, like in high school. But when you went from the south side to the north side of the base, they were a bunch of snobs over there. On the south side of the base, we all got along. Like we played with it. Everybody got along. Everybody talked to everybody. But when you went across the base, like they were higher ranked NCOs, and they were just a bunch of snobs over there.
Oh.
Well, now I mean, even the cooking, church, everything is different on this here in this county. I was raised in a different county. Well, I was raised in actually 3 counties in West Virginia. I was raised in Boone, Kanawha, and Mason. And then I moved to Putnam when I was out of school. But the cultural differences just between and the counties butt up against each other. So it was really weird to me to find out there were things, like I come on and I was asking about pickled pig's feet because my grandma used to make amazing pickled pig's feet. Would never eat them anywhere else but hers because I knew hers were clean. They never even eat. Nobody around here they're like, ew, that's gross. I'm like,
see, I grew up in a city that that was divided too, because you had the east side, which was
City.
as they said, it was the good side. The west side was the bad side. Or you lived up at the lake, which meant you were in a whole different state, or you lived on the south side, which made you a rich bitch, you know?
Yeah.
No matter where you went in that city, it was like culture shock. I
When
mean,
I
like North Street was the
Mason
street
County
that
from
went
Kanawha
through the
County,
middle, and
yeah.
I was not allowed to be on the west side of North Street because then I'd be in the wrong area. It's like that don't even make sense to me.
The part of Kanawha County
It's
that
like,
I was raised in was
people are
Mason
people.
City, and you go from the city to the country, and it's culture shock. It's like
And I'm not even sure to this day what it meant to be a lake person, but it was a bad thing. I know that.
well, I mean, my son said even here, he said at the high school, if the kids came from like Tays Valley, Winfield, because they consolidated the schools,
Hey,
they
Herb.
were
How's it going?
different from the kids who came from a holler.
Oh, hey, Lee.
I'm back.
Lee, how's work going?
Welcome
Hi,
back,
JJ.
honey.
Us. LNS. Is that
Hey,
Lee?
Russ.
Yeah, Russ Meadows.
Hi,
That's Lee.
Lee.
Hi,
Hi,
Lee.
JJ.
Hey,
Hey,
Herb. What do you got to, buddy?
Spreading the
Hello,
licious
Jessica.
around.
Hi, Herb.
Just spreading the licious
I
around.
heard you say that, so I had to send you a link.
I know it.
Hi, Herb.
Yeah, I was over
Wow, she's got a
in the
busy,
chair dozing.
whole busy chat over there, eh? She got 12,
I gotta be
12 people
careful what I
watching.
say with
Everybody, like, a lot of people over in Jess's chat right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
Bonnie
glad you're all
over
over
now.
here. You don't got to go over there. She's only baking. She's baking in the kitchen.
I asked you if she made it back yet.
Oh yeah, she's back. She's in
Yep,
the
she's
kitchen.
over in the
How's
kitchen.
Herb? How's Jess doing over there?
Doing good.
Yeah, she's making.
Didn't get a word in edgewise with Bonnie.
Well, they're asking. There you go.
Yeah, she over making strawberry shortbread, strawberry jam, some other stuff. And Lee says him and Lindsay are not together anymore, so I am working so I can get a place of my own.
So I can get my own.
Russ wants to know, damn, nobody wants to show their face?
Yeah, I heard Lee. So there you go.
Tell her and Rush. See what's anyway.
There you go, Russ.
There you go. See, there you go, Russ. Russ, you want a link? You want to come in? Hey, Veronica, how's it going?
Hey,
What have you been
Veronica.
up to?
Hey, Veronica.
Oh,
You've been
Veronica.
MIA for quite a bit. You've been MIA since the last time we were live. What's been going on with you? I hope you're okay. I kind of figured you were making the hospital rounds again. Did you ever finish your cross stitch? Your diamond painting? your crochet, your multitude of crafts that you're working on. You can't just come in and say, "Oh, that's pretty good. How y'all doing? What have you been up to?"
Hello, Chris Nealon.
Mrs.
Hey,
You've been
Chris
MIA.
Nealon.
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
How
Chris.
are you doing?
Hey,
Let's
Chris.
see. Hello, Joe, Ella, Annie, Beth, Connie.
Hey, Herb.
Howdy, her.
I'm gonna send you a picture later, John.
Marty.
Hello, Marty.
Marty, are you back? Are you
Long
taking a
time no
break now
see.
from your exciting life that you fucking live? Holy crap!
Hey, Marty.
You do more than we do, and you're older than we are. What the hell?
Speak for yourself.
So no. So what you're saying, Lee, is there's no wedding, eh? So are you? So Lee, are you still scrolling? Are you still planning on doing? Oh, your saw is there. Okay.
Oh,
Well, maybe if you got good internet, you can start your show again.
okay.
No, Greg, I think everybody just woke up.
I did.
Everybody just woke up from their naps. I know Don and Jerry are on their West Coast weather right now. As far as I know. Or maybe they came to see the cool stuff I'm doing with wood, right? Yeah, not used to this many people on the
Maybe they
show, eh?
came for all the ladies.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Why I'm here.
We knew that, Herb.
Y'all know me, I'm quiet and shy.
So when Bonnie says she wants to lick the beaters, the Herb, I heard Bonnie say she wants to lick the beaters. What's the first thought that come to your head? Wait, let me turn the mixer back on.
Oh,
That was so rude.
That's a good one.
You were thinking it though, weren't you, Herb?
No,
I said it, but you were thinking it. I know you were.
Russ says $20 for $20, Herb.
That's what my dad used to say. My dad used to say that to me all the time. Oh, okay. My dad used to say that to me all the time. I'd be like, "Oh, can I lick the beers?" He goes, "Yeah, wait, let me turn it back on again."
Oh boy.
Boy, thanks for making me mess up, John.
I'd go in the backyard. My dad was starting to barbecue up. I'd be like, "Hey, what are you making for dinner?" He goes, "Well, if you give me that pork chop off around your neck, so you can stop having friends, I'll make dinner for you." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Veronica,
Hey,
what are you up to?
Hey,
What are you
how's it
doing?
going,
hey, Alexa.
everybody?
Good.
Hello.
What's the deep? What have you been? Where you been hiding? Where you been hiding?
I wasn't feeling very good right after like New Year's. I had like a couple ER visits. I don't know. They said that
Yeah, I saw that.
there might have been like pneumonia, like a little bit of like leftover pneumonia in my lungs or something. So they put me on antibiotics. When I went back in and they did another x-ray, my lungs were clear. So I'm not really sure what was up with that. I think it was like mostly panic attacks probably, but I'm doing better. I got back
Tell them
doing
leftovers always good. You're supposed
well, I started doing yoga
to tell them
again.
leftovers are always better the second time around.
At least you're feeling better.
Yoga, how's that working for you?
Yeah.
Is it relaxing?
It's not it's not gonna like fix everything. It's not a quick fix or anything like that, but I've been doing it every day for I think tomorrow's 31 days. So I've done it for a month and it's starting to make me feel a little bit better. You know, not being so like sedentary, moving around, trying to build my strength back up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does help with
Well, yoga's also supposed
anxiety
to
of
help
it.
your cardio and blood flow and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, what do you get anxiety for? You're in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing to get anxious about over there.
No, I think a lot of mine's like PTSD from my childhood. I'm doing better right now, though. That's the important thing. How have you guys been?
That's good. That's good to hear.
Good.
Busy.
Very busy.
We've been busy. We took on a task of helping Jeanette Egan make 4,000 hats for the veterans
What?
and homeless.
Holy crap.
This is my 29th hat.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, Connie's
Cool.
on hat number 29. I'm on hat number 3.
I'm on hat 12.
So you're
Joe's
just like
got,
whipping hats
Joe, you got
out?
what, 12 done now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have to be like a
12.
particular pattern or anything?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, whatever you want to do.
I've made several
Oh
different
no.
patterns.
Oh no. We're doing all kinds of different stuff. Like I did a shell stitch. And I
Ooh.
just did this, finished up this. I can't remember the name of this one.
Those are cute.
And right now I'm working on a cozy cottage hat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those look nice.
Jessica's finished 3 hats. We're
That's
just doing
awesome.
like a variety of.
Well,
whatever,
maybe
right?
I'll join you guys.
Cool.
That'd be awesome.
Who are we making them for?
Jeanette.
Jeanette. Okay.
Not only that, she's also asking for
Jeanette
soap
Egan.
bags and
Yeah,
washcloths and lap gams.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so they don't have to be hats. It could be anything they're up. So Jeanette and her husband were doing it for like 21 years, and they donate to the veterans. And then for the last 3 years, because her husband passed away, so Jeanette's been doing it for the last 3 years on her own. And last year she donated 3,000 all by herself. So she made 3,000 hats last year. So her goal this year
is
4,000. And we all reached out to her because she's in our community. So we all reached out to her and said, you know what,
right.
would you like help with these? She's like, sure.
especially
So
now that
that's
she's
how it
in
started. So now on Sundays,
I was just saying she's in fourth stage
go ahead.
cancer. She's in fourth stage cancer and she's not getting any
Oh,
treatment for it. So
okay.
she needs help.
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead, John.
So basically, our Sundays now are basically hooked on happy hats to help the veterans and homeless for Jan Deegan. Yep. So we basically spend our Saturdays
Oh, where'd
making
she
hats.
go? We lost
Oh,
her.
we lost her. We lost. Ah, she's anxious about the internet out there. That's what it is.
Mm.
Yeah, do stuff instead of being anxious on the couch. Well, Leah, I hope it's working for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
Well, I think this pattern is done.
What? You're working on a pattern?
I'm always working on a pattern.
Herb.com. Oh, you changed your name. Oh, you changed your name, Herb.
No, I
How long
didn't.
did it take you to notice that I did that?
What?
No, you didn't.
No.
The other day when you were on, the other day you were on, I changed your name to that.
Oh,
You don't see that?
Oh my
I
gosh.
see it now.
You sure can go over see Herb at herpooper.com.
Oh no.
I didn't even notice that.
There, I'll fix it. Herb. Yeah, I changed that the
You know,
other day. There, herphooper.com. Not to
you
be
know I'd be
confused
over
with
here tomorrow.
the other channel.
I can go over here and get bombed out. Have you designed anything lately, Lee?
Yeah, since your computer's updated now, you can view stuff and you can start getting some more designs out there. Maybe. So I doubt you're doing a. Are you still working on a spring picnic, or is that on hold again?
I think this is what keeps me out of depression.
Busy with work. That's fine.
Hello, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
You're not sure at the moment.
I think she's been here a little
I was
while, but I
gonna
haven't
say, I
seen
thought
her.
she's been here for a bit.
She was here right at the beginning.
Yes, yes.
Oh, wrong pattern. Yep, I think we're done. Yep.
Herb, you always sound like you're trying to hurt yourself.
About what?
That's
He
his
is.
mouse on his on his desk, moving it around.
Yeah, usually I'm trying to dodge a cat. Because somebody's got to get up here and lay down and take most of the disc up.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I've taken up most of the desk.
Oh.
Okay.
Yarn all over the place.
So yeah, I'm working and crocheting.
Cool.
What, you're crocheting?
Yeah. I picked it up yesterday, didn't you know?
Where did you put it after you picked it up?
Well, we heard you picked up some.
Hey,
we
Russ.
heard you picked up some yarn. Yeah.
I had a yarn bark, so I let the cat have it. And we had
Russ wants you to show it, Herb.
Show what?
Your yarn. Or your crocheting.
I hope that's what he wants me to show.
He's jealous. He's jealous. Russ is jealous because he can't do it yet. Hey, Russ, if I sent you a link, will you come on the show?
Okay. Are you ready, Russ?
Give us an update on what's going on with your shop.
I told you it's all yarn bark.
That's hilarious. Actually, you know what? I saw somebody the other day. They were crocheting. So, picture a silver chain, like a necklace chain that comes on a reel, and she was actually crocheting this necklace chain into like a shirt. It looked like chainmail when she was done. But
I have seen that. My son-in-law
I'm like,
made.
wow, that's like phenomenal.
You know how the Renaissance stuff and the chain thing? My son-in-law
Chainmail, yeah.
And he crocheted the whole thing and
Yeah,
the hood
it's a
and
lot
everything.
lighter.
Yeah, he crocheted.
Well, it's a lot lighter. I probably do it out of cotton so you can wash it really good. Because out of acrylic would just hold the sweat and moisture in it, but you just smell disgusting.
Oh yeah, cotton's much better.
So Russ, with the warm weather coming out now, are you gonna get into the shop? You can do some scroll sawing, work on your projects. I'm not gonna mention your windmill.
As you just mentioned it.
Good job.
Well, he knows we've been bugging him for that for as long as I've been holding on to his elbows for.
Oh yeah, he mentioned the other day when I talked to him.
You did or didn't?
Yet? He did.
That was rude.
Russ, the pattern, you're the only one you and John are the only one that's seen it so far. I'm not quite finished with it. Basically,
John, you're a fly one.
Well, you know, Russ, I actually want to see you work on that because I actually want to see, I want to see the windmill work because I think it's going to look really cool.
I want to see something cut out.
Are you gonna get back on your saw, Russ, once it gets warmer? I meant not Russ. I meant Herb.
Herb. Well,
Yeah.
Herb was saying that the other day Pam started cleaning the deck off a bit, so.
Oh, good. So you can get out there and use your saw. And Herb said yes, and Russ said yes, he is.
All right. Well, maybe we can start up a scroll-a-thon. Or just a scroll-palooza. There we go, scroll-palooza. Not a scroll-a-thon, just a scroll-palooza. We're going to just be working on our own thing.
You guys haven't done that in a long time.
Well, it seems like everybody went their separate way.
Yeah.
Landscapes, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, matter of fact, I've got an order I need to get out there and do.
Cool.
What? An order?
Yeah.
I wish I had an order and a scroll saw to saw it on.
That you forgot all about.
He's printing off my coloring pages.
You know, if you know anybody in your area, you can sub it out to.
Are we all doing something different here?
See, I always thought about that because, like, I get orders from all over the world, and if I know somebody in an area, like I know I've given scroll saw orders to people in Australia because shipping would just kill them, right? So I'm like, okay, go contact so and so and see if they can do it for you. I'll send them the pattern, so I do the pattern, and I'll email it to whoever, and I'll have them saw it up for me. And say just send me pictures as you're working along, and I'll deal with it later.
What I will say is, after my teeth is paid for, I only have $500 more to go. Then I'm going to save up to get a scooter, a street legal scooter, because I had one and I sold it before we moved here, and I absolutely love riding on it. So I'm getting another one, and then maybe I'll save the money and get a scroll saw. Welcome back, Pixie.
Oh, she's on video now too.
Sorry about that. I was having Wi-Fi issues.
Cool.
No, not in your little island.
Yep.
Your little isolated island where you are.
Perks of being on a remote Alaskan island. Yep.
Okay, so how much of what I was saying did you hear? So basically on Sundays, so our Sundays now are hooked on happy hats, where we basically just sit around and crochet hats and chat. And so we're not just doing hats because they also need lap cans and soap bags and washcloths and scarves, all sizes, from newborn to adult male.
These are for veterans that are homeless and their families.
Okay, cool. I've got quite a bit of cotton too, so I could definitely whip up some washcloths.
Cool.
Cool.
And we're basically using Annie
what
as our
time? What time are you guys on Sunday?
Annie, how?
Yes.
Usually about 11 Central till 5 at night.
Okay. Cool.
And when we're done, we
Annie,
send
how
it.
far away from Jeanette are you? You're like half hour, 45 minutes.
Oh no, I'm like 15 minutes away.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we're using Annie as our liaison because she's actually been with Jeanette and met her a couple times and been to her place. So
Okay.
She's our closest contact to send stuff to.
Nice.
So we're shooting for like mid November as our deadline for 4,000 hats.
And
Yeah.
on
Honey?
Wow.
Sundays,
Okay.
sometimes we do come back after dinner break.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of hats.
It just depends on what's going on with everybody.
I'll holler at y'all later, John.
See ya, Herb.
Bye,
All right,
Herb.
Herb, thank you.
Yeah, Greg, I am thinking a 2 or a 3 wheel. I like the 2 wheels. I love to ride the 2 wheels, but we'll see. At my age, I might should go with a 3 wheel, but I'll probably do a 2 wheel.
And I
The
do
one
apologize. I feel like I've been very unsociable this evening.
You're fine. No, so I prefer a 2 wheel. That's a gas. I want it to be a gas. And the one I had before would only go up to 40 miles an hour. I would like it to be one that goes faster than that.
Well, yeah, but it has to be road legal though.
Thank you.
I think it has to be at under a certain speed in order to not need a license for it.
40 you have to have a license for it. Mine was street legal. The one I had before. And you put my tank
Veronica, on your little. Go ahead, Connie.
No, I was just saying my gas tank was a gallon and a half, and it'd last weeks. So, go ahead.
So Veronica, on your time off, I'm not going to say it was a hiatus. Did you accomplish any more on your multitude of projects?
A little bit. I'm getting some jewelry up for sale. I'm actually there's a friend of mine in Colorado, and he is starting up a art gallery. And he's pretty big in the art community on TikTok that I'm in. And so he's having a lot of his artist friends like send stuff in to put into the gallery. And he said I could send in some of my jewelry, so I'm getting that finished up. To send some of that stuff in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's exciting. And then a few days ago, there's actually like a couple like shops and galleries at the end of our street. So we were taking a walk, and usually there's another lady working in there, but this time I think it was like the actual owner lady was in there, and we were talking to her, and I was buying, they have a couple little art supplies in there, and I was buying some like pearlescent watercolor paint. And she goes, "Oh, who's the artist?" And I said, "Well, we both are, but I'm getting the paint for me." And then she was asking what all I make, and I was telling her about the jewelry and stuff, and she said to bring some in. So I might actually have some stuff in like 2 galleries.
Cool.
So
that's
exciting.
Awesome.
Connie, Greg asked you.
That's kind of cool.
Huh?
Greg asked you a question.
Oh, sorry. Do you have a motorcycle driver's license, Connie? No, I did have one. I don't have one now, but I don't need it for a scooter. And I have looked at the Vespas. They're nice, but they're not quite the style. That's more of a retro style. And I'm not opposed to getting one like that, because some of them aren't retro. I'm looking at some right now. Let me see if I can find a picture of my other one that I really liked. I was not happy that I had to sell it, but we were moving across country, so let me see if I can find it. Actually, it was on my Facebook, so I can find it there.
I have a couple of pieces of jewelry sitting here if you all want to see it.
Sure.
Of course.
Cool.
Here's a
Oh, I
pendant.
like that.
Well, that's
This is
pretty.
bead embroidery, and the little glass cabs in the center are galaxies.
That's pretty.
It's not
Oh,
really like showing up super great, but you get the idea. So these are pendants.
And good night, Scrolls.
Good night.
Good night, Lee. That second one kind of looks like a planet. That was cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a almost like a horizon. And then here's this skull and candle
Always cool.
pendant. And then I've got earrings I made to match the skull and candle pendants,
Wait, hold on a second here.
Oh, those are cool.
like fringe.
There we go.
Wait, show us again. Show me again.
Okay, Greg.
See those?
Cool.
That was a skull and candle. And then,
I like that.
and
Yeah, I
then
like
that's the back of them. And then this is the set that I like the most out of what I've made so far. It's like blue galaxies, and then a pair of matching earrings, which
what is
these are
that?
my favorite earrings that I've made.
Are
Oh,
they
I
heavy?
like those.
Very nice.
Heavy?
Are they heavy?
Not too bad actually.
I love dangly earrings.
There's a little bit of weight to them, but it's not like super heavy.
One that drags your ear down.
Right? Because I don't like that.
I love big earrings and big necklaces.
I like big earrings, but I don't like them to be like super duper heavy.
Right. Same here.
And then I'm finishing up this stuff. This is leather tooling that I've been doing.
Oh,
So these are
that's awesome.
jewelry components. So these are going to be earrings. I designed these to have like a wire piece that comes out in like a half circle on each side.
Oh,
And
pretty.
it's got like glass beads on it, and then there's like a drop. I'll put like either like a gemstone bead or whatever there.
Oh, cool.
And then I haven't done the painting on this one yet, but you can see it's kind of like a leaf design.
Yeah.
This is going to have, I've got these like teardrop shaped wire forms, and then those are going to be covered in glass beads, and then there's little silver dragonfly charms to hang.
Oh,
cool.
So
Awesome.
those will be dragonfly earrings.
You know, my necklaces, I had to finally make some things to hang them because I have hundreds. I love necklaces. I love earrings.
Yeah, me too. I think earrings and rings are like my favorites.
Oh, I wear lots of rings too. I have some I can't wear anymore. I usually wear anywhere from 14 to 18 rings total. The only
Nice.
finger I don't put rings on is my pinkies. But I love rings.
That's awesome. You like silver?
I like silver.
Yeah, I like
I prefer silver. I do
Me
have
too.
some gold, but I prefer silver. And
awesome.
I'm not allergic to it, which is good because I am allergic to all.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cheap metal,
Me too.
which doesn't really fit my budget, but
Yeah.
Greg says that he likes big dangly earrings that look like fishing lures.
Awesome. Those, yeah, that's cool.
well, then you'll like my jewelry.
Fishing lures make really good earrings.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working on this today. It's
Cool.
a little gnome cross stitch with daisies.
Cool.
I love gnomes. I love painting them.
Cute. Well, usually like late spring and in summer here, we get thousands of wild daisies that pop up here on the island.
Oh, cool.
So when I saw this, I thought that would be cute to have in here because of all the daisies.
Oh, yeah, that is cool.
Daisies are my favorite flower.
They're so cheerful. It's hard to
They
be in a bad mood when you're looking at daisies.
Actually, my signature on my email is "Walk with a Daisy in Your Mind," because
Oh, nice.
yeah, even if you're thinking about daisies, you're in a good mood.
That's awesome.
Greg
Okay,
says
you can take me out of the big screen now.
Greg says I have a tackle box full and they're
I did.
self-serving.
I was busy.
Yeah.
No, Greg, because they've
I don't
had
want to see myself.
worm guts on them.
It's chilly in here.
It is
You know
still
what I like about
great.
Self-piercing. Don't that kind of hurt when you're trying to take them out, though?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking because they have, yeah, ouch.
They got
worm
little barbs
guts?
on them.
Come on. Worm guts. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
well, that's a good thing about them. They won't fall out while you're sleeping.
Oh,
True.
you don't sleep
Ouch.
with dangly earrings.
I don't actually sleep in any earrings.
Yeah, I always take
Never
my
could.
earrings off.
Yeah, I do too.
It annoys me too much.
My rings are the only things that stay, but my necklaces and earrings come off. So
I leave my rings on.
yeah, everyone says you shouldn't leave your rings on. I'm like, well, you know what? I've been doing it for 50-something years.
Right.
Okay, I
Greg
found
says-
my.
Tell me what to do.
I found my.
Greg says, well, they don't fall out.
Yeah, I found the picture of me on my scooter the day I bought it. Let's see if I can show it to you.
Cool.
Yeah, it was like a gold sort of.
Nice.
In 2015. That's 10 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Time flies, huh?
Well, I sold it 5 years ago. I had it for 5 years. I loved it though. I can't wait to get another one.
Seems like the older I get, the faster time goes.
Yeah.
It does. It really does.
Well, I just started this hat just as I came on here, and I am over half done. Of course, I stopped for a while. Actually, I only have 6, maybe 7 more rows, and that's it.
Nice.
That'll take you 5 minutes.
A little bit more than
Right.
5 minutes. Just a few minutes more. Thanks, Greg.
What are you working on, John?
I'm just sanding up a bunch of projects I've been working on for a while now, just to try and get them done out
Gotcha.
the door. Then I can work on my bigger project I need to get done, like for
Right.
for Annie. Annie,
You still have-
she. Still what?
Huh? I started to say Mishi, but then you said
Still
it before
what?
I did. What?
Well,
I'm
she
busy.
hasn't paid for it yet, so I'm not worried about it. She hasn't mentioned
Okay.
she hasn't mentioned making my hat for me yet, so
Okay.
she was gonna make me like a Viking hat with the beard and the
Oh, nice.
like wear it to work.
I have that pattern for the Viking hat with a beard. I've never made it, but I have the
That'd be
pattern.
funny. I want to make an octopus hat.
I've seen those before. They're cool.
Probably take a little while to make though, because you got to make all the little
Trendles
suctiony
or
thingies. Yeah.
yeah.
And all the tentacles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to stuff them.
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be worth it though.
Yeah. Oh, that was a yawn.
Oh no, Connie.
So was that.
Yeah, I'm a yawner. Usually I try to hide it, but sometimes it catches up and gets me. And you guys hear it.
It doesn't matter what time of day you talk to Connie, she yawns.
She's friends with me and I start yawning.
In the middle of the day when we're watching bingo, I start yawning.
Yeah.
I
They
yawn.
say psychopaths don't yawn.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a psychopath.
Right? I think we're all safe.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of people who try to tell me that my brain's not getting enough oxygen, and that's why. And I have been checked. The doctor said, you do not have sleep apnea. You have no problems. You just yawn. I said, okay, I yawn. Which I've always done. But back when I was doing videos for crafting, I would yawn when I would be talking, and a few times I didn't get it took out, and people would like, why are you so tired? I'm like, I'm not.
Yep. Sometimes that can be kind of like a self-soothing thing too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I take a lot of deep breaths too. And I know my one granddaughter, a couple of years ago, I took this really deep breath and she goes, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I do that because I like the feeling of that deep breath. It's cleansing. Right. But I learned how to do that when I used to do gymnastics and especially when I was in track. You needed those deep breaths.
I think I breathe too shallow. Like, that's something I'm trying to work on along with the yoga is like deeper breathing and like counting it and stuff.
Well, I learned when I was really young. Greg, did you say you yarn or you yawn? I yawn. And I crochet yarn.
Both.
Both. Yeah.
Sorry,
Nice.
I had to move my legs. No, what was I saying? No, I learned a long time ago when I was younger that because I was in so many sports, I learned how to slow my breathing down within seconds after I would like run a mile or
Yeah. That sounds important.
I learned how to slow my breathing down, and it just helps.
It makes my doctor very uncomfortable because I can think about how hard my heart is beating and I can slow my heartbeat down.
Oh, me too.
That is really weird. My sister can do it too. And they're like, oh, you can't slow it down. And then he was just like, yeah, that's kind of creepy. Stop doing that.
Well, I do it. You feel like when you're running or you're doing a lot and you're breathing heavy and your heart's beating, I can literally do the same thing. I can slow my breathing down, slow the heartbeat so it stops pumping so fast.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done it as long as I can remember.
I did it at my doctor's office for the nurse. She was taking my blood pressure. She goes, what are you doing? I said, nothing. I'm just relaxed right now. Because my blood pressure just, she was doing it, and then all of a sudden it just dropped. And she's like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well, how the hell would you do that?
Let me do your blood pressure again.
I
You're
learned
right.
to do that because of my asthma,
Just
because I
relax.
went for so many years without it being diagnosed that I would panic when I couldn't breathe, and I learned how to slow my heart rate and my breathing
Exactly.
down. Because
Well,
if you can concentrate on it and you get your breath slower and not hyperventilate, you can get through an asthma attack.
Yeah,
exactly.
I have
Now,
issues with hyperventilating.
when I have had my babies going through C-sections and everything, and my heart rate is the same when I'm going through issues as it is any other time. Even when I caught on fire and I was in the hospital, my heart rate was totally normal, and they're like, "Your heart rate should be higher." They told my mom, and she said, "Oh, don't even ask. That's Connie. That's what she does." They're like, "What do you mean that's what she does?" She calms her heart and breathing down. So I think that's part of how I can go to fall asleep so fast, because I quiet everything down.
I'm still yawning. Thank
I,
you.
I can do it. I'm going to bed. I'm going
Mhm.
to wake up at 4:30
Uh-huh.
and lay down, immediately go to sleep, and my eyes will open just like at 4:29. And he's like, "I hate how you could do that." And I said, for years I had to sleep without an alarm because I
Right.
didn't have one.
Well, now I use an alarm, but what I do is when I lay down, I know what time it is. I'm like, okay, so I need to get up around my alarm's going to be set at this time. So it's this time, so I'm going to have this much sleep. Okay, let's go to sleep. I'm out for the rest of the night.
Yeah, Bill said he's never seen anybody go to sleep as fast as I can. I was like,
Well, then I'm the same way as you. Ron says if he ever needed anything to say to me when I lay down, he better say it in the first 30 seconds or it's not going to get hurt.
That's how my ex is too. He just fell asleep and you just blink and he's asleep.
Yep.
What the hell?
It takes me a while.
Yeah, as soon as I close my eyes, I am
Yeah, I'm
asleep.
like that.
it used to take me a long time, but when I started
My head
doing
hits the
street
pillow. I'm
work,
out.
go ahead, John.
Hmm.
What'd you say, John?
My head hits the pillow. I'm out. I don't get up till 5 o'clock in the morning. Nothing can wake me up.
Well, my
Oh,
dog, if he decides he needs to go out, the only way he can wake me up is he gets up and he lays across my belly, lays
Aw.
across me, and that will wake me up because I know that that's what he wants. Because if he just laid across me, I probably would just sleep. But I know that's what he wants, so I'll take him out. But if it's 3:30 or later in the morning, then I just open up the doggy door and let him go out, and I go back to bed. And then he comes in and gets in my chair and sleeps until Ron wakes up.
I'm jealous. I could lay there for hours and not go to sleep.
Oh,
Yeah, same here.
to me, that's a waste of my time. That's how I
Well,
feel about it.
yeah.
It's
If
a
I
waste.
could go to sleep, I would.
Right. It's just
I don't want to
when
be an insomniac.
I was a little kid. Okay, so I caught on fire when I was 4.5, and after that, I had nightmares. Had nothing to do with the fire in my nightmare, but it was nightmares. They said it probably did have something to do with
Right.
the trauma of me catching on fire. So
Makes sense.
I would wake up screaming. Well, the doctor, he put me on a very, very, very low dose of a tranquilizer so I could fall asleep. But then he taught me how to fall asleep on my own. I was only on those pills for like a month and a half, and he taught me how he taught me how to make myself fall asleep, and I still do it. First of all, I don't think about anything.
Yeah, that's the worst thing to do when you go to bed is start thinking.
Yeah, if I
How do
think
you
if I
not
think about
think?
I don't know how
because
to turn it off.
well, this is what I do. I think of something different, something that won't keep me up, like silly stuff. Like I'll be thinking of a painting that I painted, or I'll think about my kids laugh or their smile or something like that, and I go to sleep.
Yeah, you have to learn to turn your brain off.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a message. There's one of the neighbors. There's an ambulance at one of the neighbors' houses. So I got to go check out and see what's going on over there.
There's a man. Be safe. Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful.
Oh yeah. Well, so the immediate neighbors, like the one across the street, Barry and his wife Angela, and next door Mo and Judy, were really close with them. So I was gonna find out what's going on with them. But I got a lot. Look at my pile of wood I got accomplished. Look at everything I got accomplished today. Wow, all
Awesome.
sanded, ready to go. So I should be
That's
able to get rid of this all stain and glue on Saturday and get these all sprayed up and have that all ready to go. And out
Cool.
the door.
I'm actually gonna go. It's close to my bedtime.
All right, wait a minute, Connie. I want to show you something.
Yeah, it's close to your bedtime.
Okay.
You got 7 minutes.
Because
I know.
I've been working all evening.
Ooh, I like your owl.
Ooh.
No, you were.
Pretty.
That's right. You were coloring.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is
That's
It looks so
gorgeous.
realistic.
That's so
Mhm.
pretty.
So I love the shading.
See, I was wondering if I did good
You
at
made
it.
them blue.
Very good.
You
That's
did.
beautiful.
No, because blueberries don't grow in trees; they grow on bushes, and this is a tree.
Yeah, you gotta have.
No, I meant on the snow. Like add like a really light blue to a little bit of the
Oh,
snow.
I haven't
Give
done.
it
I haven't done
offset
all the shading
texture.
down here yet. I
Yeah.
still have shading to
Yeah,
do.
blue is
Okay.
the best color to use on shading on snow.
That's just how far I got tonight.
That's cool. I like it.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Make his eyes a little more yellow. Yeah.
See? That's it. I've got
Demon yellow
gold.
dragon eye. That'll work. All right.
The 4 months
What's going on
before I
tomorrow
tell
night? What's going on tomorrow night? Oh,
I'm not.
Connie's got a live,
Me?
don't you? You're going live tomorrow?
I have a premiere tomorrow night.
Okay, Connie's got a
my
premiere
live-
tomorrow. Other people are
Yeah.
going live. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was
Your
just
leg.
gonna
Go
say
ahead.
next Tuesday is my live on my other channel, and I won't have a live on this channel till the next week. So,
Okay.
and I'll have teeth. Finally,
Peace.
teeth.
And then Friday night bingo, Saturday wood shop, Sunday hats, hooked on happy hats. Come and join us for that. Veronica,
Nice. I'm taking notes.
Sunday. Monday, Mark Roche. Tuesday, bingo with Jess. All right, she's still live. Right, she's still live cooking in the kitchen right now. She's baking up a storm over there. Go check her out, and I'll go see the neighbors, see what's going on with them. All right.
All
Take
right.
care. Have fun.
All right.
See you later.
Take care,
night.
everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for letting me up.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Talk to you later.
Good night.
Bye.
Right.